Hey, this is Jeff Madlock, and I was scheduled to do a EdCamp Periscope. Sorry, I had little internet connectivity problems that I think we've all had before. Just trying to get everything put together. This one, I know this is new, EdCamp Periscope, and this one is about internet broadcasting from your classroom. Pretty cool stuff. I'm one of the hosts of EduTech Guys Radio. Every Wednesday at 3 o'clock Central Time, we do a show live, interview EdTech folks and talk about educational technology and all the good stuff about it, and crack a few jokes and have a good time on chat. We use the product called Mixlr, Mixlr.com, and it works out really well for us, and it's pretty neat. Mixlr.com, let me pull it up for everyone. If I can type. Mixlr.com is a website out of the UK. They actually do live audio, and they make it pretty simple, live audio, because you can get it on the app. First of all, you can get it on an Android device or on a iOS device, or you can run it directly from your Mac or Windows. They make an app for each one. The really cool thing about it is that once you sign up, you have as many 1-hour shows as you'd like to do for free. And they actually host the recordings afterwards, which means you can do a 1-hour show, pop offline, do another 1-hour show, and you can do 24 of those in a day, 7 days a week for free. They don't seem to mind. You can actually upgrade to professional, where you can actually broadcast unlimited with a higher audio quality for $20 a month, which is pretty amazing. And they actually retain your show reels also there, so you can have an instant podcast built of what's going on and what's going down. The neat part is, I think for the classroom is that a teacher can use a standard laptop. What I have here is just the MacBook, which every MacBook, every laptop, every iPad, every phone has a camera on it and a microphone. You don't need the camera, all you need is the mic. And so a phone or an iPad or a tablet or an Android tablet come in pretty handy at this point. So what's really cool about it is that you can instantly set up and broadcast your classroom. If you'd like to try it out, if you'd like to see what goes on, Mixlr, Mixlr.com/edutechguys, EDUTECHGUYS. Take a look at that, Mixlr.com/EDUTECHGUYS. You can go to that website and see the EduTech Guys. If you click Show Reel, you'll find our last 9 episodes, which you can listen to at your leisure if you choose to. The interesting part in the classroom is that do you realize how many folks you might reach? A lot of parents that in the workforce listen to internet radio currently at their work, and that's they listen to the local radio station, or they listen to anything along that lines. If you made this a regular occurrence, say every Tuesday morning, every Tuesday and Thursday, the students were able to read some of their creative writing work. The students were able to talk about the weather. The students were able to do news that they had put together. That would be pretty interesting, especially if mom and dad and grandma and grandpa and aunt and uncle knew that they could tune into the web radio and listen to them. Pretty cool stuff, and I highly recommend it. Like I said, there's Mixlr.com, which is a wonderful one. There is another one called Spreaker, SPR. Let me make sure I spell it right. SPREAKER.com, Spreaker.com. They also do the same thing. They also allow for 1-hour radio broadcast over the net. Now, this is radio. This isn't video. Like they say, I have a face for radio. So that's one of those things. But you could use Spreaker.com or Mixlr.com in the classroom to do your broadcast. You only need a laptop and a microphone. Since laptops already have microphones, you're set up. Or you could use an Android device or an iOS device. Both of those devices also have speakers and microphones built into them. They make an app for both Android and iOS, and they do make an application for laptops or Windows or OS X. The format is pretty interesting. That's where you can get into a lot of extending Lessons. I can't think of a lesson you could probably do, and if you're watching, please chat out to me and let me know about what you think about these ideas. But think of the lessons that you could extend by adding a broadcast to them, especially if you put that broadcast at the end of the lesson, and the whole time you're doing that lesson, part of the extension of that lesson in class, the project-based part, is coming up with what the broadcast is going to be, what the radio broadcast is going to be. So the kids are working towards that fact of doing the lesson and figuring out what the broadcast will be at the end. A lot of creative writing, a lot of thought goes into that, a lot of student conversation. Think about, I can't see how you couldn't have second, third, fourth graders on up in discussion time discussing what they're going to do on the radio broadcast that week concerning whatever project they might be working on, whatever lesson you might be working on at that time. So it's got lots of viability here, and I think you could really enjoy it, and I think your kids would really enjoy it, and I think the parents, grandparents, aunts, and uncles would just eat it up. The school district would probably also love the idea. Now, I would highly recommend that you get permission from your school district, your principal, academic advisor, instructional facilitators, curriculum coordinators, before you move forward with something like this, because that would be important to get taken care of, and you don't want to get yourself in any trouble. Also, you might look at doing some kind of permission slip for the students so that the parents, our guardians, know that they're going to be on the air, their voices, not their faces, but their voices. And then you kind of get into a whole set of lessons on broadcasting and what's appropriate for radio, and that's also what's appropriate for the web. This is a far-reaching experiment. It's just like Periscope. Periscope is video and audio. So, you want to definitely get into whose picture can be seen on the web, and what parents care to have about their children out there. But definitely Mixler or Spreaker. Like I said, I use Mixler.com, and we find it wonderful. The app is beautiful. The broadcasts are a lot of fun. You can drop in files. Inside Mixler, it has a playlist. So if the kids have pre-recorded anything, maybe a kid made a song and you recorded the song, you can put that song in the playlist, and you can drop over, turn the volume up on the playlist, and play anything in there. The kids can make commercials. You can make commercials. That's the beauty of what happens here. And the other beauty of it is that once you're through with the live broadcast, then it does become a podcast. So that's also cool. If you've ever done podcasts, you could definitely use a recording piece I'm trying to think of one off the top of my head. GarageBand on OS X, any of the audio recorders out there, and you can pre-record the information that you wanted to play, drop it into a playlist on Mixer, and play that, so that it wasn't live. Because lots of things can happen on live radio and live television, live Periscope, that maybe you don't want to take any chances with. So definitely that would be a lot of work in the background there. Since this is the first EdCamp I've ever done, are there any questions about anything? I've got no chat happening here. I see that there are 3 folks on board, but I don't, not really getting anything. So, anybody have any chat they want to throw out there? Anybody have any questions? Anybody want to tell me that I stink at this and I should get off Periscope? Nope. Nothing. Not a thing. Anybody? Okay. Let me check the Twitter here. If you want to tweet me out, it's at jmadlock, which was definitely in the tweet that came out about this Periscope. So if you're out there, nobody. All right. I see we have 3 live viewers. I was just wondering if anyone was going to chime in. Doesn't look like it. Anybody? Anybody have a chat? I see that. But David, are you chatting with me on Periscope, or are you out there? You can chat me up on Periscope. Thanks for the comment. I've got 3 viewers, and I think I've talked about Mixlr and broadcasting on the radio, but I got nobody chatting back at me here. I'll wait few more minutes. So let me watching me on the web. Thanks. I didn't know that. So I guess my three viewers are on the web. Let me run it all down one more time. Hi, I'm Jeff Madlock. I am one of the hosts of EduTech Guys Radio, along with David Henderson and Greg Moore. You can check us out at radio.edutechguys.com, or you can just hit us on the web at edutechguys.com. You can also find a link there to the radio show. When you get to the radio show, when you click radio.edutechguys.com or click the one on the website, it will take you to Mixlr, mixlr.com/edutechguys. On that site, you can actually find a show reel that would have our podcasts of our live shows. So you will find 9 episodes. Actually, there are 10 episodes because we live tweeted a conference, live broadcasted, a conference not very long ago. I'm here to talk about using radio broadcasting on the web in the classroom. We use Mixlr.com, Mixlr.com. There's also Spreaker, Spreaker.com. Both allow 1-hour broadcasts, as many as you want, but with a limit of 1 hour. Which means if you taught a 7-period day, you could do 7 broadcasts throughout the day. You don't want to do one every day, but one every morning, if you have a grade school class, would be pretty awesome. Especially if every parent and everyone knew that you were going to go on the air at 8:15 and do 5 or 10 minute broadcasts where the kids read some of their creative writing work. They talked about what they're having in the cafeteria that day, what the weather's doing, and some of the news that might be happening around campus and school that affects those students. It is a great way to extend the coursework and to extend a lesson, is to not only have the lesson and any project-based learning going on in that, but then also how to incorporate it into a broadcast. You might find a lot of kids that enjoy the creative writing and enjoy being on the radio. The neat part about this whole thing is that it's free. If you do Mixlr.com or Spreaker.com, free. Can't beat that with a stick. What's great is you only need an Android device or an iOS device or Windows or a Mac. They have apps across the board for those that you can download, sign up, and you've got the power of chat, playlists, show reels for podcast, and live broadcasting right at your fingertips for your classroom. A lot of fun. The kids would really enjoy it. We'll be discussing it more on our blog at edutechguys.com, and we'll be discussing it more on the radio as we move forward at radio.edutechguys.com. It's been a lot of fun. Don't have a lot of chat coming in, so that's the thing about Periscope. If you've ever used Periscope, when the chat starts coming in, that's where the questions come in. So it is a conversation. It's easier for you to ask me questions, and then I can respond to those. I believe most are probably watching from the web, and I completely understand that. So you do not have the ability to hit me up. You could actually hit me up at @jmadlock if you do have a Twitter account. So it looks like I have a notification here. I'll see if it might be a question. It is not a question. So I'm going to hang around for just a few more minutes. Actually, we'll talk about some of the equipment. Like I said, you can use an iPad. That's what I'm actually broadcasting from right now. It's on a stand, hung on a microphone stand, so it's up off the ground, and I've got both hands free, and I'm using it. You could use any Android or iOS device. You can use a laptop, because most laptops have microphones on them, so that works out great. If you want to get fancy and you want some real cool stuff, you can get something like this. This is the Yeti by Blue Microphones. It is a USB microphone. Next to the USB port right here. It actually powers itself off of the laptop that you would be using. The neat thing about this one is it is a cardioid microphone, and it has settings on the back and a gain control. So in some settings, you can actually use the front and back of the mic. So if you're talking here and you have a guest there, they can talk to the back of the mic. You can turn it on to just a cardioid. It's a wonderful recording mic. This mic actually has a beautiful setting here that when you turn it to it will pick up everything in a 360 pattern around the microphone. Perfect for the classroom if you were going to have a whole broadcast where maybe the kids are going to sing their ABCs, or the kids are going to recite a poem, or maybe the preamble to the Constitution. Boom, this is the mic you'd want. Now, I will tell you that your microphones on your laptops have auto gain control, and they would be awesome at the same time. So some of the equipment that you can use, microphones, you can get into bigger, mixing boards and all that kind of stuff. But for the classroom, as long as you have a device with a microphone on it, Windows, Mac OS X, iOS, or Android, you got everything you need to do a broadcast online with Mixler.com or Spreaker.com. Well, I tell you what, I'm not supposed to do this very long. Sorry, I came in late. Like I said, I had a little bit of internet woes here at the house. It's funny how that works. You use the internet, and you know that I've gone for probably 3 years without any internet woes. And the day I need to do a broadcast, then I have internet woes. So that's how it goes down. Awesome. So hey, catch us on the web, radio.edutechguys.com, or just catch us on the web, edutechguys.com. Hey, it's been a lot of fun. I hope you enjoyed this. Hit me up on the Twitter, my last two folks, and I'll be glad to chat with you anytime. Have a good one.